I have a habit of liking to suffer when I play The Sims, and I know I can't be the only one. But for some context, I've been playing the 100 Baby Challenge for literally 4 years. Over 4 years. Like 4 years and 4 months. I'm on baby 78. That's not even close to finishing. And I'm about to start with my 4th generation heir. So in this challenge, for some context in case you don't know how it works, you have one sim and she tries to have as many babies as possible, and you give birth to them with different dads each time. And as the kids grow up, they have to get an A in school to age up, and then you can kick them out of your house and keep going. And so it's a challenge of not just birthing them, but also raising the kids. And when they added toddlers, it started taking me a lot longer, but like, I've been doing it for 4 years, so I should have been done a long time ago. But I've been using this challenge as a chance to like do dumb things in the game. Like I went to space, I mastered a bunch of skills, but now I'm on my 4th heir. And the thing about this challenge is that, like, as your sim gets more talented and skilled and better off, it gets a lot easier. Like, my last heir currently has, like, 500,000 simoleons in the bank. She's got a mansion. I mean, she has, like, 5 money trees that give her, like, 30, 40K a day. I don't need to play this challenge anymore. It's just not fun. The hard part is, like, making sure they're all sleeping on time, and that's kind of boring. So, I want to start over. Not the whole challenge, but my next heir, I'm going to give her a starter home, and we're going to struggle from the ground up yet again. Take 4, basically. And so here we have it, the new lot that I'm going to be building on as my starter home for the baby challenge. I gave my sim 22,000 simoleons, but I kind of raised it to 23 because I wanted to have stairs on the outside. So it's a tiny starter home. It's got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's got a bunch of decent space on the inside. It's kind of emptily furnished, but I intend to add more bedrooms kind of as the house grows and I get more kids. For now, it's a good starter place, I think, for what I need. Because when I'm starting this challenge out, I know I'm going to have a lot of toddlers at first. They're going to need places to sleep. I can put the baby's beds inside of her bedroom, the mom's bedroom and stuff, so I should be fine there. But obviously we need like a nice bedroom for the mom, who actually is going to be my sim self. So basically, for some context here, in my Let's Play, I had this sim who ended up looking a lot like me, and I named her lilsimsie, and then she turned out to be kind of a brat, and possibly the worst sim I've ever had in this challenge, and so I killed her, and now I'm going to bring her back to life using my sim spellcaster powers, and then she will be the next heir. So simsie is about to suffer for real, but this is my house for my 100 baby challenge, and so it's got the 2 bedrooms, just one for the mom and one for the kids, and then 2 bathrooms because, listen, if anything, the biggest issue in this challenge is the lack of bathrooms. Like, you're gonna have so many kids, and they're gonna all need to use the bathroom at the same time in the morning to get ready for school, and it's rough only having 2. But we should be okay as we're starting out here. Plus, my sim is gonna make all of her money just from vlogging, as in, like, making YouTube videos on the video station, and being a florist. My 2 dreams: vlogging and being a florist. I've never tried making a flower arrangement in my life, but you know what? Simsie, she's going for it. I like to have my sims in this challenge do kind of unconventional ways to make money, because my first sim was a painter and a gardener, and I was like, okay, we did this. That's boring. I'm not doing it again. Because that's the thing, this challenge, it's so repetitive and long that when you do the same thing over and over again, I probably could have finished faster, but it's not as fun. And so my second sim was a thief. She only made money by stealing things and selling them, which was really hard at first, because of that skill, if you didn't know, you can steal, like, little things, like plants and lamps in the beginning, and then you have to get your skill way up to get, like, the big stuff, like TVs and paintings, and so in the beginning, it was really hard to make money, but then later on, I was like, okay, I'm stealing this knight statue and making 8K, easy, or this, like, 5,000 simoleon painting, so it got easy as you got better, but, like, in the beginning, it was rough, and I feel like the same's gonna go for this sim, but the one I just had, the one I just finished, she made her money from farming. She was a gardener. I had her live in this abandoned barn, and the story was that she had this abandoned barn and she was trying to turn it into a real house and stuff, and then I moved her into a replica of the Duggar family's home from 19 Kids and Counting. But now we're back with Simsie, and I'm gonna be a florist. This is my dream, okay? I'm going to be a florist and hopefully have 22 kids. I've been doing it for 4 generations now, because I was doing A to Z babies, so I had, like, the first sim had 26 kids, A to Z, second sim had 26 kids, A to Z. I had regular names, I had vegetable names, I just had meme names, and now we're coming on to the 4th generation, and I think I'm gonna name all my kids in alphabetical order after YouTubers. I think that's my plan. I'm kind of into it. I think it's a fun concept. So, Get ready, kids. But I'm basically starting the challenge over. That'll be happening next week, so stay tuned, everybody. But this is the house that I built for it. I was kind of sad about how the inside turned out, because I wish I had like 5,000 more simoleons, because I feel like it's so sparse, and I wish I could have just done like a little bit more. You know, like a little bit more. I wish I could have had, like, some more decorations in the house, but I'm aware that we're gonna have to slowly build these things up. I mean, I prioritize, like, my rat over my plants, and that's okay. Some things are more important than potted plants, okay? And they're rats. The rats are more important than potted plants. And to be fair, for 22K, this house is pretty cute on the outside. It's on the gallery. I did the entirety of the landscaping with debug items, and I don't even feel sorry. There's a cheat, if you didn't know, I'm about to change your life. And if you did know, I'm sorry for bringing it up again, but like, this is a life-changing cheat, okay? There's a cheat called bb.show hidden objects that unlocks the debug menu, which is like all the things like the collectibles and all of that. And there's a second level to that, bb.show live edit objects, that unlocks all of the world landscaping. So the environment objects, which aren't like the right poly counts and blah 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 to be in build mode, but they've allowed us to have them unlocked through this cheat, and they're all free, and there's a lot of good landscaping in there. So you'll see me using it here. It takes a lot of like scrolling through and searching and digging to find the good stuff, but I think I made a pretty decent looking house with free landscaping. It doesn't look cheap. It looks really nice. The landscaping really helps because the inside is really sad, and having that free landscaping is just a game changer for sure. We would be nowhere without it. If we didn't have that, this would be like one of those there's just one tree in the front yard kind of houses. And that's not where we want to be. Those are the worst kind of houses where you just can get one tree and like maybe a trash can if you're lucky. Luckily, we could afford a little bit more than that. So, well, we couldn't afford it. I cheated it, but shh. It's not really cheating. I know I say this every time, but like I don't feel like it's a cheating thing to put landscaping on my builds, because it's like, it's free plants, whatever. It's one thing if I was going to cheat to give my sim a super nice interior, because it's actually going to affect her ability to play the challenge. If I gave her like a really fancy bed and she needed to sleep less, or like a great computer or whatever, that's kind of cheaty to give her like a fancy stove, you know, because it impacts her quality of life. But the landscaping, purely aesthetic, okay? Absolutely nothing to do with her actual quality of life. Isn't gonna change the challenge at all. It's totally fine. If anything, it'd be better if I had real landscaping to make her bills higher, but we don't have that. However, this poor sim, you won't see me place it in this video, but I have this thing I call the fish basement in my baby challenge, and essentially, it's this basement full of all my collectibles that I've been using for like 4 years. I've been trying to complete every collection in the game, and so I have this fish basement full of 100 million fish bowls and all the frogs in the game and all the My Sims trophies and all the collections I've been working on for years, and it's just this ridiculous basement full of fish, and also like walls of photos of my Sims from each generation and all the kids and all of that, and so I have to bring that here. Of course she can't afford it, so I cheated in. But then it makes her bills ridiculously expensive because she has a regular sized house, but in a weird shed in her backyard, she's got this basement full of fish that makes her bills just astronomical. So she's definitely gonna suffer and only make money from floral arranging, floristing, yep. Anyway, I'm gonna be a vlogger, and a very talented one. I know that I personally, lilsimsie, the real one, am the biggest YouTuber on the planet. Simsie, though, she's gonna crush me. Going for the record. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm potentially one of the worst YouTubers on the planet. I mean, the fact that I've been doing this challenge for 4 years, I think speaks volumes about the quality of my content. To be fair, in my defense, I think this series would be a lot less fun if I had tried to rush through it and made it, like, bad. Because, again, it's so repetitive to do this challenge, because all you do is raise kids over and over and over again, literally 100 times. I mean, and what? Sure, it's easy to just paint for money and then be super rich and then whatever, and then your next heir, if you kept all your money, because my sim has 500,000 simoleons, and her mom had that much money, and her mom had that much money. If I had just kept all their money, I'd be set. I'd also probably need to have less heirs if I hadn't done this 26 A to Z thing. But like we said, I prefer to make my life more difficult. So if you want to watch my 200-part Let's Play, I will link the playlist down below. It really is a journey. I mean, you're gonna be watching me when I was literally 16 years old. Yeah. But, I mean, you signed up for it, so that's your problem if you want to watch it. I used to use Build CC back in the day. In the beginning, I had CC wallpaper and a CC fridge. When I first started my channel, I was like, yeah, I want to use Build CC, and then I realized I didn't want to use Build CC, and I grew up. But that was the early days. I had Alpha CC, I got Build Custom Content. My original sim was so ugly. No offense, Charlotte, but I cannot express to you how bad that sim was. It's kind of funny to look back at my old stuff because, like, that sim is really bad. And people, when they see it, they're like, oh my god, lilsimsie had Alpha CC and Build CC and that sim. Like, I made some terrible choices. She had this ridiculous, like, super deep V-neck, and I had a CC skin that made fake cleavage, so she looked really weird because she had, like, nothing. But then, like, this weird deep V-neck and then fake cleavage drawn on. It looked horrible. It looked really bad. Like, she had, like, a flat chest, but then it wasn't, what I'm trying to say is, I made really poor choices when I was a child. I still make some poor sim choices, I think, but it's embarrassing. And my voice sounded weird, I was nervous. I mean, it's definitely a ride to watch those older videos. And my channel on lilsimsie is officially 4 years old as of this week, but I had a different channel that those things have been re-uploaded from. So they're like 4.5 years old now, which is kind of weird that I've been doing this for so long, to be honest, but also, at least I've grown a little bit as a person, okay? 4 years of daily uploading can do that to you, I guess. I think this landscaping is pretty, by the way. It's definitely a little bit different than my normal landscaping choices. I was trying to make it look very flowery and pretty and lush and stuff, but it might be a little bit busy, but I kind of like it. I also like how, I don't know, it's cute, okay? It's pretty, it's bright, and I think that this world is very rainy and sad and dark most of the time, so we needed that. I also chose to live in Burleton Bay because I've been living in Willow Creek this whole time for, like, all my generations. I mean, I had a sim live in Forgotten Hollow temporarily, but that was a mistake. Terrible world. Do you actually play in that world, the vampires world? Who really plays in that? Please tell me, do you really play in that world? Because outside of having a vampire sim, but would you take a regular sim and have them live there? Of course not. There's like 4 lots. It's dark there, it's weird, there's vampires walking around. Like, I would never bring, like, my regular sim to Forgotten Hollow. It's kind of like a story world. It's like Strangerville. Like, it's a choice to move in there. And that's kind of sad. It's a bit of a wasted world, but I'm glad we have it, I guess. My one time ever playing there was in my 100 baby challenge, which kind of is funny to me. It's a little unexpected, you know, kind of a fun twist, but I had this sim that had this, like, crazy mansion of doom that she lived in Forgotten Hollow, and it was fitting. But kind of just a bad place to live. I bulldozed Vlad's mansion and put her mansion there, so at least he's gone. Vlad is long gone. Speaking of, I can't be the only one who deletes him immediately, right? I know you've all seen me do it a million times, but, like, Vlad shows up, he's gone. I tried to snap and it didn't work. He shows up, he's gone. I delete any vampires that come to my front door immediately. I have no patience for vampires in The Sims. I don't want you interrupting my simple, realistic, nice family household, okay? I don't want, you know, anything weird going on in my 100 baby challenge save. My very realistic 100 baby challenge save, okay? Get away from me, Vlad, but I always delete him. And I feel like maybe a lot of you guys are a little bit more interested in occult sims than I am, but, like, the second he shows up, he's gone. I'm not even sorry. I don't want any of that stuff going on in my game. But speaking of which, things not going in my game, this build's almost done. I don't know what that means, what I just said, but basically the build is over. I've got some screenshots here for you guys if you want to kind of see it. It's also on my gallery if you want to download it and play in this house. I think it is a decent baby challenge starter. It's definitely got some weird things in it, you know, like with the table and like with the video making table, but if you want to be a mommy vlogger too, then this is your shot. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. To be honest, I can think of nothing I'd rather do less in real life than be a mommy vlogger. Like, the exploiting of my children is not the move. I don't have kids, just by the way. Oh my god, help, I'm too young, I'm gonna, oh no, I'm horrified all of a sudden, please help me.